Hey there, Andy. Thank you for joining me. I'm really happy to see you here online.
Yeah, likewise.
Thanks. I wanted to just check in and see how you are doing personally through this pandemic.
I'm doing pretty well thus far. It's been kind of an interesting scenario for me. I was on a 10-day meditation retreat that I just returned from a week ago. So I didn't when I left, this was just kind of minor news in China, and then I didn't have access to phone or email or anything. So I came back, and this was kind of a full-blown crisis that I didn't know was happening. So I had to adjust pretty quickly, I guess. But um, ever since I guess it was midweek last week, all my work basically got canceled. All my gigs. I'm a jazz musician I lead a trio and I do solo piano as well. But I had the whole bunch of performances lined up, a number of weddings coming up, especially in April, and just about everything at this point is canceled until further notice. Um, so it's been about a week, I guess, of just kind of laying low. I've been doing well though. I have had a ton of time to practice and dig in on my kind of dig in a little deeper. Instead of like 2 hours of practice, I'm getting like 4 hours of practice or more a day. So, there's a lot deeper that I can go with my musicianship, and I'm kind of looking at that as a big positive for me right now, because sometimes you lose track of where you just don't progress as fast when you're doing gigs all the time. And now I can kind of reevaluate, what I love about music, and kind of how to um, challenge myself in new ways and find out, explore even more than I ever have. So
And how has this impacted you financially?
financially, it's gonna be a really rough month of March and April, and I don't know however long this goes. So, you know, a huge part of my income is performing and playing gigs. So that's all out the window. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do at this point. I also give private lessons, and those have dropped a little bit. Um, just people being precautious. So financially, it's going to be a challenge for sure, and I'm not sure. It's kind of still figuring out how to navigate that.
How yeah, speaking of, I guess, are you still figuring it out? Do you have some plans moving forward, or what are you going to do to deal with this situation?
Plans moving forward. I mean, a lot of it's out of my control. I just kind of hope for things to get back to normal and start to get work again. But it's depending on how far this goes, it's going to cause me to reconsider what I'm doing, or try and explore other avenues for getting some income, because I can't just keep um, I can't just not have any income. So as far as plans, that's still a work in progress for me.
Gotcha. Do you have any advice for anybody that might be listening in our industry or just people in general?
Um, yeah, I think this is a really cool opportunity to dig in on what your craft is. As I said, I'm practicing a whole lot more and kind of finding out some cool things musically that I love to do, and that I will uh, probably incorporate more of into my own playing. So I guess my advice is to stay positive, and try and find how this, taking a step back and maybe just being a little further away from your day to day allows you to have a little more perspective on what you're doing, and to choose what to do with your time, and how to make that valuable.